The first house, in Canada we say house. Here it's a villa, like it's worth $2 million. It was like on the market for 2 months. I staged it. Believe it or not, they got offer in 24 hours, sold in 48 hours.
Welcome to the Icon Edit. I'm your host, Ivona. Have you ever walked into a home and instantly thought, this feels expensive, or I would like to live here? Even if you couldn't explain why? That's not luck, that's strategy. Today I'm joined by Rym, founder of Style and Staging Solutions, to talk about home staging and styling and how it influences decisions, what buyers and tenants notice in the first seconds, and how you can transform a space with smart, high-impact choices. Rym, thank you for being here today.
Hi, thank you for having me.
For anyone who is new to this, what is the difference between home staging, styling, and interior design, and when do you need which?
So there is a huge difference between the two. So styling and staging and design. So design is more personal. You walk in a client house and who want you to design his house. And first thing you should ask about it, his personal choices. What does he like? What does he want in his house? How does he feel when he has this kind of furniture? What kind of styling he likes? All these preferences.
Yeah.
It's more the client choices and preferences. Staging is a different thing. First of all, you don't have to ask the client what does he want, because it's meant to be for buyers. All kind of the audience, number one, is the buyers or tenants. It's for rental or for selling. So you have to work on the space, basically with strategy and system. And it's not about decoration. It's a marketing tool.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a tool you use to help sell or rent faster.
You own your own business, as I said, Style and Staging Solutions. What made you start this business and what problem were you seeing in the market?
What makes me start this business is the problem of, I worked a lot close to real estate agents. So I seen a lot of nice homes, nice houses, nice apartments that stay on market for too long.
What is too long?
Too long, like for months.
Okay.
Yeah, like for sometimes 2-3 months. Especially this was in North America, and once after 6 weeks in North America, it's too much.
Wow.
Yeah, the house is done. Like the owner has to reduce the price and start to think about solution, and it's a panic. So I said to myself, oh my God, this needs something. It needs, why they think, like they spend a lot of money on renovations, on construction, but then they present the house as is, empty.
Yeah.
So that doesn't make sense. That doesn't feel anything to the buyer. It's just walls. Yeah, I know, I understand that materials and all these things count, but it doesn't make them feel or attract emotionally.
Yeah.
So once they walk in the space, they won't say, oh, can I imagine myself living here?
And that would be my next question. So why do you think does staging work so well, and what happens psychologically when buyers or potential tenants walk into a home? Because I think, so usually, like let's say in Europe, it's very common that apartments or houses are sold completely empty. So staging is not a thing there. And I think it's because people sometimes want to imagine for themselves what they could potentially do with the space. Do you think that this is not a good approach? It's better to have...
I think it's not really a good approach, because when you stage a space, you help the buyer define this place. When you give it to him, sometimes it's a huge villa. When a buyer walk in, he doesn't even think, it's not clear to understand the space.
Yeah.
Where can I put my living room? Do you think we will stay here? Is this room can be office or a bedroom? While when you stage it for him, it's everything is clear, and you can't believe it. It's from the first second they walk in, the impression of they will decide this is the house or not.
Yeah.
Then they will think logically. First they think emotion, but then they will think logically about price, about locations. This comes in second and third place.
Let's talk about the perspective from the sellers. Because I imagine if you want to sell something like an apartment or a house, you're like done with it, you want to get rid of it.
Yes.
And how do you explain the ROI that investing in like staging makes sense to them?
That's a good question, because most sellers, as you said, when they want to sell, they don't want to spend money.
Yeah.
For them, staging is spending money. They don't think it's a return on their investment.
Yeah.
They don't think about it like this way until they see the results later.
Yeah.
So for them, they think that it's a money. Yeah. They don't think it's a marketing. It will help them, because for them it's empty. It's okay. I will sell it. But they don't know that, for example, if it's an apartment in the same building, they have 4, 5, 6 similar apartment to yours.
Yeah.
And people, especially here in Dubai, buyers mostly buy online. It's not like a walk-in visits. And online, if it's empty, it doesn't say anything. In the same building, you have this apartment and this apartment similar.
They're the same.
So what makes your apartment have higher value? What makes you think that the buyer will go and choose this apartment and not the other? There's nothing special that make it showcase it in the better way.
Yeah.
So staging, when you stage it, you make it. You can't believe how many places that I stage. You see 2, apartment A and apartment B. The same thing. One is staged, one empty. One sells faster in 2 weeks maximum. Yeah. The other one stay on the market just because it's nothing. It doesn't say anything to the buyer.
If you had only 24 hours to prep a home for viewings, what are your top priorities?
Top priorities is declutter if it's furnished already, or if it's empty, you have to choose flow, to focus on the flow, make it easy for them to walk in, and clean lines. You define that, okay, this is a room that, I can see myself in this kitchen. I love this kitchen. I love this bedroom. I love, so it's clean, calm. You choose the colors. It has to be like lighting. You can't believe lighting, how much it makes the space luxury and feel more expensive. Because it's not only because you have to add lamps. Yeah. It's not about that. I had a comment from a buyer the other day. There is no sheer because the seller didn't want to spend money on curtains or window treatment. So what do you think the buyer said? And why she didn't like the space? This space is too bright.
Okay.
Is this because it's sunny?
Yeah.
So she didn't see herself.
And this is a big topic in Dubai, right?
Of course. Yeah. I don't blame someone who wants to reduce cost. Our role is always to reduce cost, not spending, as I told you, as a designer. We're not designer here. We're stager.
Yeah.
But for some spaces, let me tell you if you need the sheer or curtains or no.
Yeah.
And then he told me, you were right, Rym. We need to do we need to add sheer here. I told you, that's why we need to work on the flow and space and on the scale, because you can't use big furniture in a smaller space. You can do because it will make the space more crowded and more. And we focus a lot on the photo shoot, of course, because our job is
That's the biggest selling point, I guess.
People, especially in Dubai, 90% are online.
Yeah.
Because most of them overseas, and so you have to make it work for photo shoot and for photos, number one.
What is the fastest way to work like that? Because I imagine it's really hard to do it in a short time to stage an apartment. Because I saw, like in TV shows like Selling Sunset, maybe you know this one, that they don't use real beds. They are just using cardboards and boxes.
Sometimes you use fake mattress.
Yeah.
Though,
so how do you operate with shears? Because I guess this is not easy to...
Shear, it's not. We can have ready-made curtains instead, or ready-made shears sometimes. So we have to find a solution. we have a suppliers that helps, that can work even overnight.
So what if let's say someone sees the apartment and says, wow, this is so nice and I like the look and the carpet and the bed. Can you buy this stuff actually? So can you say, I want to have it like this?
Of course, we can. That's what we do also. We call it turnkey. So to make it easy for buyer, because as I told you, especially here in Dubai, people and buyers are coming from overseas. So they want to have something ready for them. Especially, and we work on making everything not like simple. My company is known for luxury staging. So we try to make it look beautiful to attract them for turnkey, and they wanted to have it as is.
You say you specialize in luxury staging. So what makes a space look expensive or luxurious?
As I told you,
the lighting?
Lighting, first of all, the flow. You have to make it when they walk in, or even when they visualize and on photos, it has to feel like spacious. There is enough space for me, for my kids to walk, to play. It's not crowded, it's not dark, heavy, and pictures, because when it's more like when you use big furniture, a lot of accessories, a lot of cushions, a lot of throws, people think more is better, but no. For staging and to make it luxury, less is better.
Yeah. So you said it's not about decorations, but do you usually, because I imagine, let's say kitchens, when you put a bowl of fruits in there, that it makes it look nice. Do you also do stuff like this?
I use a lot of things to make, as I told you, I always play on the emotion and imagination of the buyer. So you have to use some real stuff, like some fruit, or sometimes for kitchen, oil and vinegar stuff, things like that. Plants, greens, a vase, but depends of the kitchen, depend of the texture, the fixture that are using, marble. So you work with this, you go with this. If it's traditional, is it modern? So you can use anything. You add the bar stools. These are luxury. How you choose your furniture. It's not too much, but anything you choose, it has to be like quality, attractive, and make you feel calm and luxury. You are in a nice comfort space.
And if someone has let's say someone has a very limited budget, so what would be the first thing he should do? If it's like, let's say someone has only $1,000, let's say, which is a really small budget. So what would you advise him to do?
We use that budget to make it, first of all, as I told you, if it's furnished already, we have to remove anything that is extra. Small instead of big, big instead of like small rag. No, it has to be changed.
And I guess like personal stuff as well.
And all the personal stuff, anything, photos, family pictures, shoes, arts, they are personal, not neutral, because in staging you have to use a lot of neutral stuff. Not boring neutral, but neutral that says things.
And that nobody has like a big opinion about.
Of course, not subject, like it has to be object. something nice. That's it.
What's your process when a home is completely empty? What do you decide to bring in and what not? Because I guess, as you said, big furniture makes only sense if you have a big space, right? Mm-hmm. Or beds or kids' rooms. So what do you usually start with? With the furniture or with the... What's your process?
Usually, first of all, I have to know this apartment or villa meant for what? Is it for sale, for renter, for Airbnb? So according to this, I can choose what I will do because they are different. For selling, you have to do neutral luxury space that make the buyer imagine himself there.
Yeah.
For rental, it has to be, it's almost the same thing, just the material and furniture will change. You will look for time materials, long-lasting, things like that. For Airbnb, it's more experience for the guest. You want to make it like a hotel feel. You know? It's like it's a hotel feel. I'm coming here for a few days, for a few weeks, so it has to be like different. And then once I know the audience, the target audience, then I move for the furniture. I have to decide where to put this and this. The rooms, like how many bedrooms, if we decide to add office instead of a third bedroom, or depends of location, numbers of rooms, things like that. And then lighting, and if we need sheer curtains, window treatments or not. And at the end, the accessories.
How long do you usually need to do something like this?
Depends of the size. Of
let's say like 100 square meters apartment.
It takes maximum 1 week.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a very reasonable
maximum
time.
1 week.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is something, because I was thinking when you live somewhere like in your own apartment, you stop noticing things, because you live there, you don't see it. So what is the one thing you have to argue with people about? Is there anything like they say, no, I don't want to get rid of this. This has to stay here. Or are people doing whatever you say because you know best? So when I want to sell my apartment, let's say.
So you already have your furniture there.
Yeah.
And you want to sell it furnished. Yeah. I have so many. Today I had 3 clients like this, and they don't want to get rid of everything because they said, we don't want to get rid of, we want to sell it as is. But I have to advise them. This won't picture very well. You have to get rid of this. I'm sorry. We have to remove this bed. We have to remove this rug. We have to change this because it won't look good on your listing, on your photo. So like today, I said that to the client. He said, I never thought about the photos. I told him, and that's why we're here, because we're working for the photos. Are you going to list your apartment or not? He said, yes. I told him, take even your phone and look. If you keep this sofa, does it look nice to you? It doesn't look nice. It's a brown, old sofa. It will make the entire space look very old and cheap. Just one detail like this.
But then usually, I guess, they listen to you in the end, right?
At the end, they listen. Why they hire me then? You're spending money, so you have to listen to me.
Do you have the feeling that here in the UAE, you said you worked also in North America?
Yeah.
Do you feel that there are differences between those two markets when it comes to staging?
For staging, the strategy is the same. You market both in both countries to sell and to showcase the space. But the difference is, for example, the lifestyle. It's different. In North America, you focus more on staging indoors because of the weather. So you focus on the fireplace. Fireplace, for example, in North America, it's a focal point. So you have to work towards that to make it feel for people, family, they are hanging around the fireplace. So you choose your sofa, your sitting, your living area, things like that. Here in Dubai, it's the opposite. Here, I hear a lot of clients telling me, we're coming to sunny Dubai. We want to feel this sunny Dubai in the house, in the home. So you focus more Sunny Dubai, okay, here we have the outdoors, we have the pool. We focus to showcase the pools in villas and big villas. We show them that the outdoor is very beautiful, very nice. So we show them that we have, okay, barbecue, and we put the bar counters. Look how it will be in summer.
Yeah.
So that's, and the colors too. In North America, you try to use warmth, layers, throws, things like that. Here you try to make it look neutral, more light, bright.
Yeah.
Works with the material too, because we don't use the same material here and there, like North America, the cold area there and the warmth here. So
that's so interesting.
Yeah,
I have
it's
never
different.
thought about that. Yeah. Are there any challenges that are specific to the region? Because as you said, like the outdoor living has like more meaning here maybe. So is it difficult to stage outdoor, or is it basically the same as the indoor? You just put in a barbecue and some sun lounges and that's it? Or
it's not that difficult. You just have to focus, because it's not about decoration.
Yeah.
It's about to showcase, okay, look at this villa. It has a special outdoor sitting. It's very beautiful. So you show them the barbecue, even if it's built-in barbecue. You have to show them, you put some bar stools, the lounges, things like that, but not too much. Make the space speak.
But neutral.
It's still neutral.
Yeah.
Add some greens, some planters, some lanterns, things like that. So it's not too much.
I guess you are then not directly involved when the property gets sold, but have you noticed any preferences between, let's say, locals and expats? Are there any differences between what they want to see?
For locals, they focus on the living and the outdoors a lot. Living areas. Yeah, they like the big living areas. The majlis. So we focus on showing them this. And they like the outdoors too. They have very big, important interest in their outdoors. They want it to be big and nice and for family gathering and all these things. Yeah.
Let's talk a little about your business journey. What was the hardest part for you building this company in the beginning? And since when do you have this company? And what were your biggest struggles?
It's been for over 3 years now here in Dubai. So the struggle was at the beginning, the mindset. Because for them here, especially I'm coming after years in North America, like I'm over 15 years of staging and design. So where staging is driven, it's like a marketing tool. It's very, I can tell you 95% of sellers stage their home.
Yeah.
But here, when they hire you, okay, I think they Google and looking for staging. But then when you speak to them, they speak to you as a designer. What's the package? And I want this sofa and I want the... But why are you hire me if you want this and this? I'm here to tell you what you need and what your apartment needs.
And this is where the difference comes in, right? Between interior design and staging.
I found a big challenge in this. The mindset is very different. They hire you, they want to know everything in the list. What you will add, what you will do, what you... can we change the coffee table? Let's do... Oh, come on. We need to do this coffee table, not this coffee table. That doesn't work. It won't look good. It will make the space big. But now it's getting better, in 3 years, a lot of European
Which is funny because in Europe, this is not a thing.
Yeah. But I think still it's different than North American. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of North American clients here. It's mostly European but still they are getting better. They still understand what's staging and what's difference between decoration or styling or designing. So it's getting better.
How did you make yourself known? Because I guess only Googling is not Do you think that people come from Google most of the times, or is it word of mouth? Like one client?
Both.
Yeah?
Both. I had both from Google and from word of mouth. So especially I work with investors. This investor say the others.
Oh, okay.
This one,
yeah,
so,
that's good.
Okay, this she helped me sell our apartment. She helped me. So
yeah,
that's how.
So it's a running thing.
Yeah.
And do you feel that now that you have worked in 3 years, is it easy for you to get new clients, or do you struggle sometimes?
It depends. Sometimes there is seasons that it's dead.
When is it? Is it summer? Because people tell me it's so much easier to get an apartment in summer.
In summer, yes, it was more challenging. I think people think about going for holidays, and so they stop. Even investors that I know, they slow down in summers because maybe they take care of their families. They take
travel.
So so basically a little bit low season in summer. Yeah.
When you don't have to tell me numbers, I'm just curious, how do you price staging? Because what are the most expensive parts of staging?
Furniture.
Okay.
Yeah, furniture.
So do you work with like certain stores that you give you the furniture for some time for the staging, or how does that work? Because I can imagine it's not so easy to get all these things together.
It's not easy. So I work with different scales. I have my own inventory. I have suppliers that I work with, I partner with. So I use their furniture. So it's a promotion for them. And help me on my work with special prices we do together. And we do the turnkey apartments or villas. So we just buy for the client, and he owns the furniture.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
so
cool.
We either rent using my inventory and the supplier's help, or we do turnkey furniture. So the client owns. He give us the budget. We buy for him, and he owns his. He sell it as is. Yeah.
And do you have employees, or do you work solo?
I have, I have some people helping me.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So your company has a good size, I guess.
Yes. Because it's hard to do it all together by myself.
Alone.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
But that's so cool. I love that. Because 3 years is not a long time then to have also employees. And
I think in Dubai it's a long time. 3 years here, it's like I 10 think years. 7-8 years in Canada.
Okay.
But no, for staging in Canada, don't get me wrong, we were so busy too.
Yeah.
There it's like I work 6 days a week, non-stop.
Oh, wow.
Here at least sometimes we stop. I get a break between a client, but they're non-stop.
Yeah, because I mean, I know that the staging, it basically originates from North America.
No, yeah.
They were the first ones who started this whole staging thing. Because as I said, in here, it's also a thing. But in Europe, I'm telling you, like, I don't think I have ever seen anything staged in Europe. It's so, like,
really?
Only a few people are doing it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's starting to get there. But also there are not a lot of staging companies or something. You have to really find someone. Usually the real estate agents are doing it on the side a little bit, you know, because there is no one else who can do it. And as I said, people don't want to spend money on this.
Exactly,
because
it's wrong.
Yeah, I know, because as you said, it's a marketing tool.
It's marketing tool, and they, you know, what makes me do this as a living and make me think about it, and even interior design doesn't interest me as much as staging.
Yeah.
The first house, in Canada we say house, here it's a villa, like it's worth $2 million. It was like on the market for 2 months. I staged it, believe it or not. They got offer in 24 hours, sold in 48 hours.
Wow. Okay,
after 2 months.
Yeah, that's impressive.
On the market.
Yeah.
Then I said, Rym, this is it.
Yeah.
You have to do this. You have to have people doing this. You have to. And those people, I remember those clients, they couldn't believe it. They They just was shocked.
Yeah.
They said, what? But I changed everything. It was terrible. Like, it's a very beautiful home, expensive. Everything
so
is
was it furnished already, or
it
or
was
it
furnished,
empty?
but very bad furnishing.
Okay.
And it doesn't show the house at all. I told you it's expensive house, has a lot of beautiful fixture, but it's not well presented at all.
Yeah, it had more potential, I guess.
A lot of potential. So I staged it it took me like 3-4 days to stage it. Got offer in 24 hours, sold in 48 hours.
That's really impressive.
And then since then I said, I will keep doing this.
Yeah.
I will keep doing it.
What made you then come to Dubai? Because I guess you were pretty successful in Canada.
The weather.
Oh, yeah. I totally understand.
The weather. I was tired of cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where were you? In Toronto?
Alberta.
Or? Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's even worse than Toronto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, the weather is one of the top 3, I think, picks why people come here. Yeah. No. Yeah, okay. Let's do a quick fire round. I ask you one question and you try to answer it with just 1 or 2 words.
Okay.
Your number 1 budget luxury upgrade. Let's say for an apartment.
2 bedrooms, like 80,000.
Okay. A scent rule for showings, yes or no, and why? Do you work with scents, with perfume for showings, or is this not part of your...
I do this because it's emotional. It gives the first impression for walk-in, but not too much, because sometimes you get a buyer that he's sensitive to smells, so we choose smell, but very light, like candles, things like that.
This one may be difficult, but the best trick to make a room feel bigger in 10 minutes.
To make it big, light colors, lightning, lamps, and the scaling the right size of furniture, rugs, that makes bigger and make it
feel bigger. What do you think about mirrors? Because everybody tells me mirrors make a room feel bigger. Do you think that's true?
Yes, yeah? Especially when you place it close to a window, it makes a huge difference.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
And one thing you always remove before photos of viewings?
Personal stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else you would like to tell us about staging? Is there anything that people should know? Then please.
Believe in staging. If you want to sell fast or rent fast and get the best of it and the perceived value and stage your home and trust the process.
Trust the process.
Yeah, you won't regret.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good hint. And thank you so much. I think this was a really good look behind the scenes of what really makes a home feel desirable. I will share all the links to your Instagram, website, and your business for everyone who's listening to the podcast. Yeah, thank you for this conversation. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
And good luck and success with your business.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.